Hello, boys and girls. If you haven't checked outside, it's raining. And today is a special day. All of you virtual kids, your friends have rejoined you also as virtual students. So everybody say hi to the new virtual students. Let's just get to the chase. All right. So I post these videos every day. I'll walk you through the lesson and explain to you what you need to do. You still need to do it. It's due the day after. Kind of like what it is. It's basically like class, except you don't have to sit through all of class. You only have to sit through my video where I go blah, 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 blah. So let's sit through my video where I go blah, 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 blah. All right. So we're continuing to take a stand in proposing solutions, which is at the heart of persuasive writing, essentially, is what you're doing. And what the big thing that you need to do with persuasive writing is be able to see the other side's point of view. Not necessarily agree with the other side's point of view, but at least understand where they're coming from. That is the most important part of persuasive writing, because you do need to address it. And we talked about that with like the hamburger approach, where you start off with your opinion, provide a counter argument, and explain why the counter argument's wrong, and the bowling analogy, or the set them up and tear them down, where you start off with the counter argument and you go through and tear it down throughout the rest of the paragraph. So you need to understand where the other side is coming from. And so that's what we're doing today with today's assignment. So it's going to be a little bit interesting, but I think we got it. I think we got it. So what I want you to do is you're going to fill out this chart. But I don't have the chart, Mr. Davidson. That's fine. You can recreate the chart yourself with a handy piece of notebook paper. Basically, I just need you to kind of just answer the 5-ish questions that we have here. So this is the 4-square argument chart. So in a sentence or two, you're going to explain an argument you've had with a parent or with a friend, just an argument that you've had with somebody. Then you're going to list out your side of the argument, your parent or friend's side of the argument, how your parent or friend would respond to your argument, and how you would respond to your friend's argument or your parent's argument. So that's what you're doing. You're just anticipating counter arguments, and you're seeing how they would react to counter arguments and how you would react to counter arguments. You're seeing both sides of the picture. That's what you're doing with this particular activity. So you are picking an argument that you've had with a parent or a friend. You're explaining what your side of the argument is, what their side of the argument is, how they would respond to your side, and how you would respond to their side. Here's an example of how one would look. All right. So this one, the student said, "My family does not approve of my friend because of his age." So that was the argument that they've had. So her side of the argument is, "I am trustworthy. We're just friends. Just because we hold hands doesn't make us boyfriend and girlfriend. There's smoke, there's fire. Age doesn't matter. Why should you care? How does it affect you? It's my life. You think I'd have some control over it since it's mine. I deserve the right to pick who I hang out with." So that's her side of the argument. Her parents or friends would say, friends don't hold hands that way. There's more to it than that, than friends. Friends don't walk you home. They think he's too old. He could be playing with you. You could get pregnant and forget about school, and you may be trustworthy, but what tells you may be trustworthy, but what tells us that couldn't change. Then her parents' responses to her arguments is, "It doesn't look like your other friends. Your friends don't walk home with you. Friends don't take you to dances. Age does matter. He's a legal adult. You're not old enough to control your life. You could get hurt. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you hide anything?" All right. So that's how her parents would respond to her arguments, and then how she would respond to her parents' arguments. Just because you're friends with a guy or going out with one doesn't mean you're automatically stupid enough to get pregnant. We're both teenagers still. If he was, he would have left a long time ago. Friends could walk friends could walk you home, and there's nothing wrong with it. And you'd hide so you wouldn't get in trouble. So that is an example of how to do it. It doesn't have to be super complicated. Just you, in 1 or 2 sentences, explain what the argument is. And let's say that you need to have at least, I'd say 5 dots, 5 at least examples in each square. that would work. And I know that filling out this document is probably not the easiest thing to do. So like I said, you can do it on a piece of paper, take a picture of the paper and upload it to Classroom, and you should be good to go. In fact, here, let's do that together. Let's do that together. Here's a notebook. It's one of my tiny notebooks. And let us make a chart. So at the very top, I'd write my argument, argument. Voila. Then I'd write my side, doot, 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 doot. My side with 5 dots, C. I draw a line down the middle. Parents or friends side. And then I'd do 5 dots like so. And then I would draw another line like so. Parents or friends response. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. And then my response. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. Boom. And then what I would do after I get done filling out the actual chart, I'd break out my handy dandy cell phone and I would make sure to get positioned correctly and hit boop. And voila, send it off to Classroom, assignment done. That's how you do it. If you can figure out a way to use the chart, that'd be even better. But if you just write it out, if you create your own chart on a piece of notebook paper, take a picture of it and submit it to Google Classroom, that will work as well. So that is how to do the 4-square argument chart. Remember, we're doing this so you can see other sides' perspectives, other sides' points of view, because that is extremely important when it comes to persuasive writing, which is what we're doing. So that's it for today. Do this assignment, and tomorrow I'll be back with us proposing solutions for the first time. Get your listicles out. You're going to come up with a list of 5 things tomorrow. So start thinking about what 5 things you could be suggesting. All right. See y'all later. Peace out, guys. Woo!